So the other day I was asked by a friend I haven't seen in a very long time, what have I done to get to where I am now versus to where I was before? And it's crazy because I remember my former pastor Jamal Bryant was saying that sometimes God will take you through things, different journeys in life, and the people that you were connected to before, once you come out of it, they won't, you will become unrecognizable. So this person really was like, wow, like you don't even look the same, you don't talk the same, you don't act the same. And I'm just like, wow, like that's crazy. Because not to say that I don't believe that I have grown, because I know that I have, but when someone from the outside looking in sees it as a dramatic change, it's just like, okay, all right, I feel like, okay, good, I'm on the right path, I'm doing what I need to do. So I would say my advice to anyone else that's pretty much trying to kind of internally start with yourself, trying to start with yourself internally, which is very important, because you got to start from the inside. And it sounds kind of cliche, but it always sounded cliche to me before when I used to ask other people the same thing, but really you have to start within yourself. So there were key main three things that helped me. So that was the way I eat, the way that I pray, and the way that I love. So when I say when I eat, meaning I was mindful of my environment that would feed me, food for my spirit, food for my mind, food for my body. So I'm mindful of the music that I listen to. I'm mindful of the people that I listen to, and I'm mindful of the environments that I allow myself to be in. And it's not necessarily, don't look at it as people going to think that you're being stuck up or you're being bougie, or you not I guess, what did they say? You're not real. Because that's not, like, you're trying to be authentic with yourself and you're trying to make drastic changes. Sometimes the things that were working for you before, the environment that was working for you before, isn't necessarily going to balance or level up with the amount of things that you're trying to do for your future or your present future. And prayer, I've gotten a lot better with that. Whether it's in the car, whether it's if I just randomly wake up in the middle of the night, in the morning, I write it. I do silent prayers, and sometimes I pray out loud. And right now, I found that different scriptures help with different scriptures help me if I don't try to focus on 4, 5, 6 at one time. So right now, the one that I've been reading is Joshua 1, 6 through 8. And so I got that scripture from church last Sunday, and I've been stuck on it ever since, because it was pretty much in alignment with where I am now. And if you want, you can check that out. And it's basically speaking on success and now not allowing, for me, I read that it's not allowing people to change your belief, and that if you remain faithful, that success will be in your favor. And so that's where I am. And the way I love, I have been forgiving myself for the decisions that I've made in the past, forgiving other people for hurt and pain, resentment, whatever. And before, it used to be hard, because of course it's hard to pray for someone that hurt you. And I didn't really look at it that way until I was listening to Willie Mo Jr. on the radio. And he's basically like he spoke on the fact that he was adopted. His parents didn't want him. He said when he searched for his mother, he ended up finding her, and she didn't want to see him. She didn't want nothing to do with him. And so that really hurt him. And as he said, he's a Christian. You know, you got to pray for people, whether, you know, good or bad or whatever. And he was like, it was really hard, you know, trying to really get, like, into a loving prayer for his mother because she rejected him. And so eventually he said, you know, he would just say, you know, Lord bless her, Lord bless her. And then eventually, you know, his prayer became more indefinite, it became more in love. So for me, I am loving on all areas. And when you love and when you are forgiving, it doesn't mean that you're weak. You're basically allowing that block to be cleaned out of your space, making room for your borders to be expanded, making room for new blessings, making room for favor, making room for bigger opportunities. It's just sometimes when you got you're trying to hold on to things that really isn't helpful for your spirit or helpful for your mind, because your mind becomes when you don't really forgive people or really not walking and talking in love, like it's hard to really focus on your present time because your mind is so stuck on the opposite, on rejection or negativity, or what somebody said to you, or what somebody didn't acknowledge you, or somebody hurt you, and you're trying to figure out a game plan how to be petty, when really you can be trying to figure out a game plan how to use all of that and turn that into a positive, and it could actually work out in your favor and actually impact and help others. And it's crazy because that's pretty much part of who I am. Like, I was in a bad place, a negative place, turned it into a positive, and actually helping other women of all ages, teenage girls, women that's older than me, women that's in the same age bracket as me. It's crazy. But I love it because I feel like if I never took the steps to eat, to pray, and to love, I would not be where I am today. I would not be helping the women that I'm helping today. And so I'm very grateful. Like, my heart is smiling right now. But I'm very grateful for the people from the outside looking in that's actually, you know, reaching out and just saying, like, you know what, man, I'm trying to get to a better place. Please help me. And it's not even, and I remain humble because at any point, something can happen in your life that can actually turn you all the way back around to the same place that you just came from. And I don't want any woman to feel like they are in it alone, because I am a strong believer that story saves lives. And I tell my story, and I have other women that are open to telling their story, and we basically are trying to impact others to move forward, and that there's life after birth. There's life after failed relationships, and it don't even have to mean like marriage-wise or boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. But it may be a good friend, a best friend that you had that just completely turned on you, or, you know, decided they no longer want to be connected to you because you don't fit in to their lifestyle anymore. And of course, initially, you're not gonna feel like, yeah, that's okay, but you can still move on. You can still build other relationships. Everyone that you connect with does not mean that they're going to be there for a lifetime. And it's not up to us to decide how long that person is going to be in our lives. Now, if there is a person that really is completely toxic to you, I never tell anybody what to do, but I do make suggestions. You should take the steps to letting that go, because stress literally can kill you. I have patients that have been testimonies of what stress can literally do to you, what toxic people and toxic relationships can really do to your body, can really do to your spirit. And it's just not healthy. So, like I said, 3 key things: eat, love, and pray. I'm mindful of the things that I allow myself to look at. I take my time to see the things that I allow myself to hear. I'm mindful of the things that I say. And I am praying right now off the scripture Joshua 1:6-8. And I'm loving. I'm forgiving. This is a season of love and forgiveness, and it has taken me a very long way. I mean, I'm glowing in ways that I've never grown before, and it feels amazing. And the fact that all of those things that are in me is actually refreshing to other people that are in need, that are trying to find their way. And because everybody don't really be open about what they're going through, the people that are willing to be transparent and the people that are willing to openly tell their story can actually save the lives of the people that with closed mouths. And they say closed mouths don't get fed, but sometimes they can, because yesterday was living proof that I fed a closed mouth yesterday. So with that being said, I'm just gonna close this out. I can't believe I went going over 12 minutes. I'm not a person that openly speak and talk about certain things, so this is a great step for me. But I'm praying that today you eat well, you pray well, and you love beyond